I was gonna do my rant with a Bill Clinton mask on, but I didn't want to get a bunch of people accusing me of being racist. Stupid.
I think with that propaganda.
Racism is dumb. You'd think I wouldn't have to mention that, but you'd think God wouldn't have to say, don't steal and don't murder. But he did, because people do. Well, some people are racist, and it makes them see things in a dumb way. For example, the singer in a band I used to have a few years before 20 Pound Sledge got mad at me for defending Rush Limbaugh and George Bush on some issues. He got frustrated and shouted, "Why are you always defending white people, Zoe?" That was the last conversation we had. I guess he missed all the other conversations we had where I've expressed disagreement with Bill Clinton, Al Gore, John Kerry, Michael Moore, and many other white people I've expressed disagreement with. But I guess because they're liberals, they don't count as whites and are actually honorary blacks, I guess. And while he was giving all these white liberals the benefit of the doubt and defending all those white liberals, he accused me of just defending white people because I want to defend white people, I guess. And he came to that conclusion because I defended Bush and Rush on an issue. And even today, I still get Afrocentric saying Zoe never sticks up for his black people and never has anything nice to say. Really? I stuck up for Herman Cain when you didn't. I stand by Clarence Thomas. You don't. I defend Condoleezza Rice when it was okay with y'all that the left made bigoted caricatures of her. I stand by Alan West, but y'all don't seem to mind how the Congressional Black Caucus dissed him. I saw the CBC when they came to Inglewood and how they solicit applause from the audience by insinuating that Alan West isn't one of us. I defended Charlotte Bergman when she was verbally assaulted with bigotry by Thaddeus Matthews. Where were you? I defended Stacey Dash when she was attacked with uncivil epithets because she dared to disagree with Obama in a civil manner. And I've seen Stacey Dash. We have mutual friends. She didn't seem to care to meet me, though, even though I defended her in my commentaries. Maybe she doesn't know I did. Or maybe she's very reserved about who she talks to because guys are always trying to holler at her. And the point isn't to say, "Hey, Stacey, a thank you would have been nice," because she doesn't owe me anything. I'm not butthurting about her not making my acquaintance. I'm not bringing this up for that. The point is, I don't resort to assuming that she just hates her own people because she disagrees with Barack Obama. Therefore, she wouldn't talk to me. That's dumb. Maybe to her, I look like a jerk. Maybe she was busy. But whatever it was, I don't think it had anything to do with her hating her own people. When a black person shoots another black person, that looks more like a black person that hates another black person. When black people make songs glamorizing the dynamic of shooting other black people, that sounds more like blacks hating other blacks. But for some reason, we're made to believe that we conservative blacks are the true haters of black people if we disagree with Obama and the blacks who support him. But the people I mentioned earlier don't matter to you. We don't count because you think we hate you, while it's you who express hate towards us. You think we hate you because we don't pander to you or enable you to maintain a victim mindset. We see you as strong and capable in mind, body, and soul, and that we're no different or better than you, and that we can do our thing without making it a point to make somebody else feel guilty or like they owe us happiness. But no, I have an unwritten obligation to defend those like Trayvon Martin, who is just an innocent boy who just wanted some tea and Skittles, who died like Emmett Till according to Oprah. I wonder if Al Sharpton saw Bill Whittle's video. And is it just me? Or does Al Sharpton look like one of those cartoon characters that sat in one of those box saunas, where your head stays outside the box and the body gets steam skinny, but your head remains all big? Anyway, as Bill pointed out, to avoid making themselves look racist, the left-wing media kept saying tea instead of actually saying Arizona watermelon juice cocktail. Which, as far as I'm concerned, just goes to show how racist the left is. Because they're the ones who promote the stereotype of black people having this special affinity for watermelon. However, when I go into the grocery store, it's usually white women I see thumping on watermelon to make sure they get the ripest, sweetest, juiciest treat for their family. Pretty much everybody likes watermelon. But for some reason, it's liberals who like to hang on to that stereotype. But the irony is that in the instance of Trayvon Martin, they had to hide from the stereotype they promote.
But the smoke and mirror left didn't want you to see the watermelon-flavored beverage, just like they didn't want you to see that George Zimmerman is as Hispanic as he is white. I mean, they got an agenda to claim and keep that Latino vote. They can't mess with that. George Zimmerman has to be white. But despite the fact that Trayvon went to the store to pick up the ingredients to add to some Robitussin to make him some purple drink so he can get high, I'm supposed to defend him because he's black. How racist is that? American blacks are encouraged to dress and behave a certain way to affirm their blackness. And it just so happens that such an image looks like someone you can't trust. And if you judge the book by its cover, you're a racist. Sorry. Well, the saying is, don't judge a book by its cover, not by its color. And I don't care what color you are, if your pants are hung down low, like a 4-year-old who pulls his pants down low to pee, or if you got on a hoodie because you think it's cool to look shady, well, congratulations. You wanted to look shady, and that's how people see you. And you're going to be mad at them for it? I don't care what color a person is. Occupy Wall Street was littered with white kids wearing hoodies before Trayvon. They looked shady too, and they even proved they were up to no good. But that's the book's cover, not the book's color. And the covers that people are putting on sometimes make them look suspicious. So if I were a cop, and if you were dressed and behaving a certain way, I'd probably stop and frisk you too. The liberals say a lot of times the person who is stopped doesn't even have a weapon on them. As if you have to have a weapon on you to commit a crime. Now don't get me wrong, we haven't become apprehensive of the police for nothing. Cops have been abusive with their power and have even covered for each other's abuses. But that's no excuse to behave like a thug, and when a cop calls you out on it, you play like the innocent victim who's getting harassed by the cops. It is not a violation of your Fourth Amendment rights to be frisked. It is not an unreasonable search of your person. And a cop has to balance that out with making sure the person who's being stopped isn't going to deprive someone else of their life, liberty, property, or infringe upon their pursuit of happiness. But too many people want to make this about color when it's a behavioral issue. If it were a color issue, I guess I'd get stopped by the cops all the time. Because according to the Afrocentrics, I'm a token Uncle Tom who's always around rich white folks. Well, since I'm always strolling around in their neighborhoods, I guess I should be getting stopped every day. Or even shot by one of those crazy right-wing white NRA types who are just itching to put a bullet in the first black person they see. Dang it, I want to shoot one of them Negroes, but the other blacks keep shooting them first. I'm Alfonzo with Zone Nation, where we're not obliged to defend or condemn people based on ethnicity. We judge by content and character here. Sorry.